Hey everybody, it's Christy with Christy Cole Artistry. Thank you for joining me tonight. Before I start my quick little video, and I hope it's a surprise, I wanted to show you the dry results of our Small Wonder, my last video that we did. This painting has dried absolutely gorgeous, so I can't wait to see this painting when it has its high gloss finish on it. Look at how pretty that came out. The cells are just gorgeous. The colors are just beautiful. It's so cool. I really like this painting. Yeah, I can't wait to seal that one and show that one to you. Okay, so tonight's video is going to be somewhat quick. I had been asked to show some of the paintings that I have available. So I just picked out 7 because I have such small wall space, and I'll do these videos intermittently to show you paintings that I still have that you may be able to get at a discounted rate. So here is 7 of the paintings behind me, and I'm going to start over here. And this first one was our Awesome Blue Cup Pour from video 148. And this one dried absolutely gorgeous. The shimmer on here with that high gloss is just beautiful. Now I had done a similar one of these. It was actually a little bit smaller, and I didn't even get the painting dried before that one sold. So this one is still available. And again, check out video 148 if you want to see how I created that one. Okay, next, this one is our red metallic, which was my video 151. And this one also, the high gloss on here is really pretty as well. So if you're interested in this one, check out the video and then just email me. Okay. I have temporary hooks up, so I hope they don't fall. Okay, then we're going to go to this one. Now, this particular painting is what I called Gorgeous 7 Color Dutch Pour, and it was video number 80. I have done this color combination, I think this is the 4th time, and all 3 of the other ones have sold. This one is the last one, and it's the, I think it's the, like the 3rd one I did. I love this one because I also, in this one, I changed out a color and added turquoise, and then added this magenta in here, which turned out really pretty. So again, if you're interested in this one, check out video 80, and then just email me. Alright, this one was one that also has a beautiful coating on it, but I cannot find this video anywhere, so I'm afraid that this may have been included in another video because the film or the video did not work. So I might have shown the final painting in a different video, but honestly I cannot find which one. So I won't be able to tell you much about that one other than this is a black canvas, black titanium, oh my goodness, black Artist Loft paint with deep violet and iridescent white to make this like lightning effect. Okay? The next one is our Ghostly Dutch Pour, and this was from video 149. And this one I liked because we used the rose gold in here, which actually kind of gave it a pinkish color, but it also gave us this kind of ghostly outline around the actual Dutch pour. So if you look close, you can see, sorry, a lot of gloss, but you can also see kind of a ghostly outline, which I thought was gorgeous. Okay. Oh, I'm going to knock these over. There we go. This one is from, this one. Yes, this one, if you remember correctly, this one is from video 162, and it was metallics on blue, black, indigo. So while this looks really black, when it's in bright lights, it has a blue tinge to it. So you can see the high gloss finish that I put on it. And again, I know a lot of people use resin, but with Dennis's health problems, I can't use resin. And honestly, I've tried it and I'm not very good at it. So I've just stuck with using my high gloss. And I like it. All right, this last one is video number 63, Metallics on Titanium White. And this one is really pretty too, has a nice shimmer to it, like so. But I'm going to tell you, on this one, if you remember in the video, I also showed this, there are a few bubbles across the top of this, and that's why this one will be discounted. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm sure it could be sanded out, but with all the things I've got going on, I don't have time to do that. So, they're all beautiful. And if you're interested in any of them, like I said, just email me. Now, for tonight's video, I thought that I would give you, I don't know if it's going to be a treat or not, I am going to attach my very first video to this video. And for those of you that have not watched that yet, you'll probably get a big kick out of it. I was so scared to be on camera, and I think it took me like 4 hours to put that little video together because I kept trying to correct things. As you can tell, I've given up on trying to correct things. If I make a mistake, it's in there. So sit back, enjoy that one, comment, have a laugh, and until my next video, thank you to everyone who is keeping us in their prayers and thoughts. By the time you see this video, we'll be back from the first surgery at Mayo, and we'll be heading back down for the radiation treatments. So we really do need the prayers, and we just thank you for keeping us in your thoughts. So thank you, and please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye. Hi, this is Christy with Christy Cole Artistry, and tonight I'm going to show you how I mix my paints for my Dutch pours. These are some of the items that I used for mixing my paint. So let's get started. First, I use these squeeze bottles. These squeeze bottles are sold at Hobby Lobby. I can get 2 for $3.49, so it's really a good deal. They have a nice snug cap to them. There's this style where it connects, or there's also this style where the top actually comes off. So I like these bottles. They're clear, and I can label them with either magic marker or labels, and I can take the labels off if I don't want to refill the bottle with that particular color. So the next thing, besides the bottles, is my scale. So I got this scale at my local Axeman store, and it was $14.95, which I thought was a really good deal. So here's what the scale looks like, and basically it's like your average scale. So when you turn it on, it will go to 0. If you put something on there, of course, you're going to have to tar it out to 0 it out. And then from there, we will add our ingredients, and that will be in just a minute. The next item is my Floetrol. Floetrol is used to loosen the paint up so that it will flow easily. It is a binder, so it will eventually dry. It does dry matte. However, if you have gloss paints, it will pick up the gloss somewhat, but it will mute them. So good to know for later use. Water, you're going to need water because I mix my paints with Floetrol and water. And then paint. So I use a variety of paint. Depending on which store I'm at, whether it's Michael's or Hobby Lobby or even Lowe's is selling paint now. So I get my paints at a lot of different places. I also buy them at Blick because we do have one in Minnesota here, and that's where I am. So these first two paints are Master Touch, and they're from Hobby Lobby. I also use a lot of Liquitex Basics because I like the colors that they have. So I have many different varieties of colors in Liquitex Basic, and I also love my Artist Loft. Now, some people say that using these more, I'm going to call them professional, acrylic paints works better. But I have bought 50-cent jars of apple barrel paint at Walmart, and there are two colors that I especially like in my paintings. One is called Blue Bonnet and one is called Blue Sea, I think it is, or something like that. There's two blues that I just can't find in any of these other colors, and I think the colors turn out just fine when you mix them with Floetrol and water. I don't think that you lose a lot of color with those. So use what you like and what works best for you. So again, these paints, I'm going to mix them all with Floetrol and water, and I'll tell you my ingredients in just a few minutes. Not my ingredients, I'll tell you my ratios in just a few minutes. So let's move the paints out of the way for now. And I think we'll leave these ones right here because these are the ones we'll use. I also keep my spatulas handy. Right now I have these spatulas. I know one of my favorite artists, Camilla Sirocco, uses an EXO spatula. It's a nice smooth one. It doesn't have these ridges on it. So when I can finally find one, I'll probably be purchasing that. But these work just fine. I got them at the Goodwill, and they work fine for what I do. Next, I always keep cups handy when I am getting ready to mix my paint. I may not need them, but if I mix too much or decide that I'm going to pour tonight, then I will want to mix up extra batch just so I can use it for the pouring tonight. Okay. Next, you'll want to have some sort of strainer and funnel. The strainer is because, as you can see by my strainer, the little white marks in here, Floetrol tends to get cloggy. It makes up little, sorry, I'm going to use the word boogers because that's what they are, and they get into the strainer and it clogs the strainer. So two things. Number one, have a strainer for Floetrol, and the second thing is wash it out when you're done. The funnel is because for these smaller bottles, it's really easy if you put the funnel in to pour the paint and the Floetrol and the water into the bottle without it going all over the place. I've tried it without and it just doesn't work for me. So that is all my ingredients for mixing my paints. So next we're going to actually start mixing. So again, I know you can't see this. Yeah, I know you can't see this, but what I'm going to do is, hang on. I'm going to bring you down closer to the scale so that you can actually see what I'm doing. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back. So this scale again, simply what I am going to do, and I'm going to try to do this toward you so that you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to turn the scale on, and it's going to zero itself out. We're then going to put the bottle on the scale, okay? And then we're going to use the tar. Basically, we're telling the scale that we want the weight of this bottle to go away because all we're going to be weighing is the actual paint, Floetrol, and water. So I'm going to hit the tar button, and that will zero it out. Now, I know in my recipe for my paints, I use the same recipe that Camilla Sirocco does, and it is a ratio of 80 grams of Floetrol. So we're going to use 80 grams of Floetrol first. Okay, and again, I use my combination of my strainer on top of my funnel when I'm pouring, and then I'm going to hold it up here because I don't want the weight of it measuring on here. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this kind of backward. So I'm going to watch to get 80 grams of Floetrol. Okay, we're at 72, just a little bit more. Floetrol is a bit heavy, so that's a good thing to remember too, is that out of these items, Floetrol is heavy and just a few drops can add. So, don't know if you can see it, but just those few drops added 2 grams. Okay, oh, that's too much. So here we go. All right, so if we overdo, just try to catch it, and then we'll move that off of there. And let me wipe the bottle off. So I don't want my new bottles all messy. Okay, So now we've got, it says 83, no, it says 90. That's because I moved the bottle. If you don't move the bottle, you'll be fine. I do have to pour off just a hair though. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why it's saying, 105 minus the bottle, so that's 80. Okay, so again, if you lift it off of there, it's going to re-weigh the bottle weight, so you just need to tar it out again. Okay, so now I put my paints in next. I like to have the Floetrol, then the paint, then the water. It just makes it easier to mix them together. If you mix the paint and the water together, it will start to fall apart and it'll be like little scraps in there, and I don't like that. All right, so now we're going to put in our 40 of paint, and this is my phthalo blue, which is one of my favorite colors. So paint takes a little while to add up, but you'll get used to it, where like one little squish is usually a gram or so. So you get used to it. It does take a bit in these smaller tubes. So we are up to 16, and we need 40, 28. I'm reading this upside down. I hope that's not 58. I'm going to turn this, sorry. I got to turn this around. Yeah, 28. Okay. Just don't want to overdo. And again, this is a great way to have your paints, spread your paints out a little bit so that you're not using so much. I know on regular acrylic you use it full bore, but on here you don't have to. So we're at 34 and 37, 39, and one little squirt should do us. 40. Okay, so this was a new tube, so I probably used, let's see, 40, because it's only 118 milligrams, I probably used less than half. I think that was a new one. Okay, so now we've got 40. We're going to tar it out again, and for my water I used 30 grams. So 80 Floetrol, 40 paint, 30 water. And with the 30 water, you can use more or less. I would use less, if anything. Okay. Because this is quite liquidy as it is. Okay, we're at 25. Just a little bit more. 6, 28. 30. See how fast the water goes up? Because water weighs something. Okay, so you don't want to fill your paint bottles all the way to the top, and the reason for that is if you fill them all the way to the top, you'll have no way of shaking them up. And these paints really need to be shook up in order to mix all these ingredients together. So if you look at the bottom, all the paint is thick, so it goes to the bottom. The water is thin, it stays on top. So make sure your bottles are tight, and then shake, shake, shake. Okay, and I suggest you shake for quite a bit of time. Because also with these plastic bottles, I found that that paint sticks to the edge of the bottle, and so you'll see like a wave of paint stuck to there. If you don't continue to shake, that paint is going to stay separated, and that will not look good on your canvas, that you have watery paint and then all of a sudden a glop of blue or a glop of paint. So I shake them and I shake them and I shake them. Okay. And then, like I said, what I'll do is sometimes I just use a magic marker. I know some people have really nice label makers. I don't have one yet. So I usually just take a magic marker and I will literally write the paint on the bottle like this. So this one is Liquitex Basics Brilliant Purple, which, as you can tell, I'm almost out of because it's about here. So I need to mix up some more of that. So I'm going to do one more with you because I actually have 20 bottles I need to refill. So I'm just going to do one more with you, but I wanted to show you what it looks like when it's done. And again, this is a phthalo blue from Liquitex Basics. It's a beautiful color. Okay, All right, let's do one more. All right, so we're going to turn on the scale. I hope you can see that. I'm going to turn this a little bit this way so I can see it too. Turn on the scale, put your bottle on there, zero it out. Okay. Again, we're doing 80 grams. Okay, 80 grams of Floetrol. I'm just wiping off my funnel because I did get a bunch of blue on there. Okay, I'm using another boost, so I'm not that concerned with it, but okay, strainer and funnel and pour. Okay, and 80 should go up to about the same amount. 60, 60, 70, so 10 more grams. And again, Floetrol is kind of heavy. 73, 75, and 79, 80. Okay, so move that over like that. Next, we're going to put on our paint so that we are able to shake it up. I'm going to use a different color. I was going to use this other blue, but I'm going to use this lighter one so that you can see what that looks like. And I really like this color. This is actually Master Touch Acrylic Ocean Green. It's such a pretty color. It goes with blues, it goes with purples, it goes with gold, silvers, coppers, anything. It really looks nice. Even goes with the pinks. Okay, so next I am going to use my, no I'm not. I'm just going to squirt it in. Okay, we're going to tar it out and we're going to put in 40 paint. So here we go. You can tell when you're doing these that some of these, like this one, is a thinner body paint, I think, than the Liquitex. Seems to be running a lot better. Or it could just be that the bottle's bigger. Alright, so we're at 23, 27, 32, 35. I'll let that drip down. That should be 40 when it drips down, maybe not. It kind of gets stuck in there. 39. That'll be 40. Come on. Okay. There. There we go. Now we're at 40. I don't know why that one got stuck up there, but I don't want to take it off the scale because it will mess up my count. But maybe when we add some water we can get it to go down. No, I don't think so. It's going to be stubborn. I'm going to use this. Now we're going to have to check the paint amount because I took some out here. Close enough. 40. Okay. So now we're going to do 30 in water. Here we go. We're at 9, 10, 17, 22, 26, 27, 30. 31. Went over by here. That's okay. It'll mix in. And another reason, see, that's a good thing. Another reason why you will put the water in these paints is if you are going to have them sitting for a while. So in other words, if I was going to be pouring tonight, I would make some more of this in those cups that I showed you, these cups, because they're just 5-ounce cups and I have little lids for them. I would make up extra in here, but I wouldn't put as much water in there. And the Floetrol and the water mix is sort of like kind of a icky consistency, but you're just going to take the paint and you're going to stir it up, okay? And it does take some stirring to get this to mix up. Now, Floetrol is a paint extender, and so what will happen is the paint, the Floetrol will extend the paint so that you have more time to get whatever you need to get done before it starts drying. So that is why we use this in our pour paintings. Here we go. Okay, so this paint is again mixed up, ready to go, and it is a metallic. So first of all, you can see the sheen on it. I hope you can see that. Let's see if I can go this way. Okay, so there's a nice sheen to it, and when that dries, that metallic is really going to pop. And if you notice, when you pour it in the cup, it doesn't like leave a glob. It sort of melts right back into it. And I'm not sure. I'm going to get up and see if I can show you this because it's kind of important. Okay, so when you're doing it, you want it to just fall off the stick, okay? Just like that. Now do you see, this is why I didn't add more water to this one, okay? Because it's ready to go. The other ones are looser because they're gonna sit for a little while, okay? So that is how I mix my paints. Again, because I know I tend to talk fast. Again, the recipe for me is 80 grams of Floetrol, 40 grams of your paint, and up to 30 grams of water. Okay? Stir it, find out the consistency that you need. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. Again, this is Christy Cole with Cole Artistry, and I really thank you for watching.